Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. One of the newer kids on the block, like Sui, is also getting a lot of attention. This Switch bank becomes the first to offer Sui trading and custody. And we have, of course, seen many other banks do that with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now you're starting to see it for Sui. Here's another one. Mill City Ventures secures 500 million equity line for Sui treasury expansion. So again, not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, or even Sol, because there are Sol treasuries out there. Now there's Sui as well. So that's great. That's great. You know what? You got this other guy, Tom Lee, who was actually a big Bitcoin bull too, but somehow he's secretly been stacking ETH or Ether. He says his company BitMine is buying Ethereum 12 times faster than Strategy bought Bitcoin. Well, back in the day, Saylor didn't go so crazy with Bitcoin, but Tom Lee is. And it's the reason why I think ETH is doing so well. And also, yesterday, the SEC said that liquid staking is not deemed to be a security. And that's pretty significant. Basically, they've been making all the favorable rules towards crypto. Staking in general is not a security. Liquid staking is not a security. I mean, basically nothing is a security. I don't even know. Stablecoin's definitely not security. I don't even know what's out there left that is a security. Meme coins are not securities. So, I mean, everything favorable is coming, right? It's being ruled, this is, of course, going to help the entire industry. It's going to foster innovation is what it's going to do, okay? Previously, all these crypto companies, none of them wanted to be in the US. They were all overseas. They were afraid of the SEC. And now, there's basically no fear. Everything is like, not a security. You're able to do it. Come on back. And this is going to be absolutely fantastic going forward. And in case you're wondering, yeah, you know how I always show the liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, and I can show it to you for Bitcoin right now, but this is the one for ETH, and it is definitely showing there are a lot of shorts waiting to be liquidated above 3,900 to 4,000, and you know those market makers, they love to liquidate people. Longs and shorts, it doesn't matter. Either way, either side. So, could be the reason why ETH is looking like it wants to break 3,900 today and 4,000 possibly. And same thing with Bitcoin. And the last thing I'll say about this is stablecoin market is sky high, 261 billion. And just imagine when we have altcoin season, and that 261 billion actually flows into the alts. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Okay, we have more liquidity this cycle than we ever did in any previous cycles by far. There are still a lot of people sitting on the sidelines, still waiting for the altcoin season to come before they enter. But that's a lot of money. That's already in crypto. This doesn't even encompass money outside of crypto waiting to come in. This is money already in. People are sitting on this, waiting to spend it. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Ethereum wants to break above 4,000, and that's when it gets really bullish, because 4,000 is that kind of magical point, earlier this year. Back in January or February, that was the local top, and not too far off from its all-time top, and we're getting close to it. We got this like mysterious institution that all of a sudden came out of nowhere, built a Ethereum reserve of 171,000 tokens, We know Tom Lee of Fundstrat, he has his own company, BitMine, that has $3 billion worth of ETH. So definitely a lot of people are loading up on ETH, and ETFs are seeing crazy inflows led by BlackRock. So there's something going on. And this analyst says, hey, Ethereum's move could set off altcoin mania, or aka altcoin season. So many believe that Ethereum is going to lead the way. And they're not, I don't think they're wrong either. You know, it's not just them. There's many others that will lead the way, but they're definitely one of the bigger ones. What's another bigger one that will lead altcoin season? Well, Ripple, XRP Army, myself having the most educational video ever created. Another catalyst for sure. And this happened yesterday as well. This is pretty big. Finally, the final legal battle between both sides is coming to an end. I don't even know what this last thing that they've been like fighting over, but both sides agreed we're going to drop it. Okay, and this once and for all should be over. There should be no more legalities. Okay, and after this, Ripple can go ahead and dominate the world because everything has been held back because of this SEC battle. It's been ongoing for I don't know how many years. I think since 2017, 2018, 8 years ongoing, and it is finally over. So this is the reason why XRP went up big yesterday, and they could be going even more because XRP's ETF is right around the corner. It looks like BlackRock is quite interested now. Okay, when BlackRock is interested, you gotta pay attention. BlackRock only eyes domination, world domination. They don't just lightly get into something. Okay, they've been doing so with Bitcoin. They're now doing so with Ethereum, and they may be doing that with XRP too. So we'll see. And XRP also, they have so much money, endless money in their treasury, and they're acquiring Rail for 200 million because they want to get in the stablecoin game. XRP Ledger, you know, they're into a lot of things, not only payments, but like basically smart contracts, RWA, you know, it goes on and on and on. And of course, their new stablecoin too, RLUSD, is also on XRP Ledger. A lot of stuff going on. And here's one that I haven't talked a lot about recently, Chainlink. Chainlink has been coming up and doing very well. Okay. Chainlink themselves is coming out with a way for companies or institutions to build a reserve of Link. We hear about ETH and Bitcoin, obviously Sol, you know, being used as a reserve. Chainlink wants companies to use Link as well.